Hey everybody, this is Sean from Media Assault here. So, got a lot of requests for a video of my game collection that you can see in the background in my videos. So, I'm going to break this down. I've got a lot of games back here, as you can see. So, I'm going to break this down by console, and I'm going to start off with my PS3 collection because that's the biggest part of my collection of games. And I've got a little guest star here. This is my cat Ripley, who is apparently getting shy. But I'll just go through my games real quick and show you what I got. So first up, not so much a game as it is a track pack for Rock Band. That's AC/DC Live. And imported these songs into my Rock Band, and pretty good. Next up is All Pro Football 2K8, which I bought because I was a big fan of NFL 2K5. I thought this would be of similar quality, and unfortunately it wasn't. But this was actually if not the first, one of the first games I got for my PS3. And always looking for an alternative to the Madden series, I picked this up over the summer. This is Backbreaker. This is actually not a bad game, although it does lack the NFL license. The animations in this are really cool. The controls on it initially were kind of wonky, but then they patched it, and it really got a lot better after they patched it. So if you're looking for an alternative to Madden, check this out if you're not hung up on the fact that it's not NFL endorsed. The next game is one of my favorite games of all time, Batman Arkham Asylum. This is a fantastic game, probably the best superhero game of all time as far as I'm concerned. Really like this game. Next up is one of the greatest hits collections, and I've played this game. I finished it, but I didn't finish it on the PS3. I picked it up cheap for the PS3, mainly for the multiplayer, but I actually finished it on Xbox 360, and then I actually traded it in for the Xbox 360, so I don't have it anymore, but I still have this version, still play it on multiplayer from time to time. The next game is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Battlefield Bad Company 2. I love this game. You can take the Call of Duty series and completely get rid of it as far as I'm concerned. I love the multiplayer on this, probably 10 times better than I like Call of Duty. And I'm sure fanboys across the country and across the world are screaming, how can you possibly say that? But I just prefer the multiplayer on this to Call of Duty. Just a lot more strategic, a lot more cooperation is needed. Call of Duty is pretty much every man for himself, at least in the games that I play. Next up, BioShock. And I actually have not played this yet. I picked it up really cheap, and I haven't had a chance to start it. It's one of those games that I keep waiting to get in the mood to get into and just haven't yet. But heard nothing but great things about it, so looking forward to doing that at some point. Next up is Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. And I picked this up for $11, it looks like. I tried it. I liked it, but it's just one of those games that I have to be in a mood to play. And I found the controls a little complicated. I didn't get stuck on it, I just sort of stopped playing it, so maybe I'll get back into it, I don't know. Next up are the Call of Duty games, and I'll skip over these pretty quick, because everybody and their mother has these. We've got Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is actually my favorite Call of Duty game. I love this particular one. I think this is where the series peaked. I also like World at War. I don't mind the World War II aspect of the Call of Duty series, so I like this one, and I like the zombie mode. Modern Warfare 2 was great. And the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, I played through both on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I don't know if this is playable online anymore. Last I heard, it was hacked pretty badly. And since the whole PS3 hacking thing, I don't play the earlier Call of Duties online much anymore. Got Black Ops. It's okay. The single-player mode was alright. Multiplayer's fun, but like I said, I just like Battlefield Bad Company 2 better. Next up is Dead Space, and this is the game I may be giving away in a future giveaway, so keep your eyes peeled. This is still sealed. Demon's Souls, I have not played this yet. It is still sealed as well. I've heard nothing but great things about this. I know it's extremely difficult to play, so that's kind of kept me from starting it when I've got plenty of other things to play. I'll eventually get around to this, but I picked it up really cheap. I think I got it free in a buy two, get one free deal. Next up is Enchanted Arms, Japanese RPG. I started this, and I just was really put off by the voice acting, and I realized it wasn't ever considered one of the higher quality Japanese RPGs, but I just couldn't get into it. Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition. Really enjoyed this up to a point, and I just kind of got stuck and haven't gotten back to it. I really liked Oblivion by Bethesda, and I liked this post-apocalyptic game. Just haven't gotten back into it. Fight Night Round 4, great boxing game. I haven't tried the new one that's just come out, but this is really, really good. God of War Collection. Played through most of the first one on the PS2. I never did start the second one on PS2. And so I started replaying it on the PS3. I haven't gotten too far into it yet. Grand Theft Auto 4, great game. Guitar Hero World Tour. I actually picked this up at Target on clearance with the guitar for $20. And this is not bad. I prefer the Rock Band series, though. Heavy Rain. I did a review on this. This is excellent. I can't wait until Quantic Dream does either a sequel to this or another game. Really good. One of the more underrated games for the PS3 is IL-2 Sturmovik, Birds of Prey. If you like planes, you like air combat, this is really cool. You can play this in sort of an arcade mode or in a more realistic fashion. Highly recommend this. This is kind of overlooked. Another of my favorite PS3 games is Infamous. Love this game. I have a review of this online too. Well, it's one of my first reviews, so it's got some game footage in it, but it's not very high quality, and I apologize for that, but this is an excellent game. Real cheap, not so good, but still worth checking out if you pay about, I don't know, maybe $10 for it. Jurassic the Hunted. Pretty much by the numbers, first-person shooter, obviously influenced by Jurassic Park and time travel stuff. It's alright. I finished it. I don't think I'll ever play it again. Kane and Lynch, Dead Men. I really enjoy this. I did not play the sequel at all, but this is a lot of fun. It can get difficult at times, but if you're not put off by a lot of offensive language and stuff, it's really cool. Lair, the less said about this, the better, even though they did eventually patch the controls to become not just motion-oriented. Still just didn't do anything for me. Then I've got Madden 10 and Madden 11. Okay. Mag. This is really good. Excellent multiplayer. For whatever reason, even though the battles are really big and a lot of people can play at the same time, it just still doesn't hold a candle to Call of Duty or Battlefield Bad Company 2. Excellent in its own right. I don't want to knock it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Next up is Medal of Honor Limited Edition, and I have a video of this online as well. Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. This was a very disappointing sequel to the original Mercenaries that was out for Xbox and PS2. A lot of stuff to blow up, but just didn't do much for me. Metal Gear Solid 4 Greatest Hits version. I paid $10 for this, and I started it on a rental and picked it up cheap, but haven't gotten back into it. The Orange Box. This is probably one of the best deals in gaming history. Definitely worth it for Team Fortress 2 and Portal. And Half-Life 2 is awesome. Speaking of awesome, Red Dead Redemption. I have not finished this yet, but this is just an immense and really great game to play. If you like Grand Theft Auto series, definitely check that out. Resident Evil 5. I have not played this on the PS3 yet. I started it on the Xbox 360 and then traded it in and then picked it up on clearance for the PS3 and just haven't gotten back into it. Actually, somebody gave me this game for free. And I did get stuck on it. Almost done with it. It is kind of difficult, but still a lot of fun. One of the launch titles for the PS3. And then I got the sequel, Resistance 2, which I have not played the single player on, but I have played the multiplayer. A lot of my PS3 owning friends have this, so we'll jump online occasionally and play that. Then I've got the Rock Band games, Rock Band 1, 2, and 3. And then kind of tucked away here, which I can't get out, is Sports Champions for the Move. It's the only game I have for Move. And then coming down here, I've got Tomb Raider Underworld, which is an excellent game. Sequel to Tomb Raider Legend. Haven't finished this yet, but it is a lot of fun. And then you will see I have 2 copies of Uncharted 1. The original copy that I got and finished back in early 2008. Great game. I have not gone back through and finished this again when they added trophies to it. So if you look at my gamer profile, it doesn't show that game, but I did finish it. And this is a greatest hits version of the same game. And the reason I have that is because I picked this up. This was three great games for one great price. I got all 3 of these games for $29, and they donated the proceeds from this to the support positive programs and opportunities for America's youth on behalf of ESA. So that's why I have an extra copy of Uncharted. And if you've played Uncharted 1, you have to play Uncharted 2, which is an awesome game. This is probably one of the best games for the PS3 ever, if not the best. And Valkyria Chronicles, I have not played this yet. I do want to play this. It's right up my alley, strategic RPG. Just haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. Virtua Tennis 3, which is a lot of fun when people come over because it's really easy to pick this game up and play it. But it's a lot of fun and still challenging. I compare it to an advanced version of Pong. Warhawk, which was pretty decent multiplayer back in the day. I'll be honest with you, I haven't played this in a long time. And then rounding out the collection, the complete experience, Watchmen, The End Is Nigh. This is parts 1 and 2, and this also includes the movie on Blu-ray. And then the last one is X-Men Origins Wolverine, the Uncaged edition. This is a lot of fun. This is probably one of the best movie license games there is out there. And I don't know how much different it is on Xbox 360. I'm assuming probably not very. So there you have it. There's my PS3 collection. And I will do, in a later video, I'll do my Xbox 360 collection, my Wii collection, and then I'll probably do my classic collection. I've got some Dreamcast and some PS1 and some Xbox games, so, and PS2. So thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. Take it easy.